let's just jump in and chat Lamar. Started off his first game of the season playing against Cleveland, looked incredible.
And this is just like we said, like he ended up, if you had him for the playoff stretch last year,
you're golden.
The only better quarterback you wanted in that span was Josh Allen.
Yep.
He was the second best quarterback weeks 13 through 16. He was incredible. He was lighting the field on fire, but Lamar had a bumpy road at times last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just, you don't want to take a quarterback in the third round, guys.
No.
If they don't have one of those all-time seasons, you're not going to get return on your value.
So people drafted Lamar in the second, maybe even third round last season.
Yeah, it was like late second.
And half of these guys traded him.
Yeah.
And
if the people who bought him the second half of the season, they
loved
won.
It. Yeah, they won that easily. And I mean, you look at anything up until week 11. I mean, he was a 4th ranked week 1, 18, 23, 5 against Washington, which is great. 18, 6, 17, 19, 7, 16. Like, he had more weeks where he was not a number 1 than he was a number 1.
Yeah.
He had 3 or 4 weeks in the top 11 games where he was a number 1.
Yeah, but if you look at that weeks 13 through 16 stretch,
he was a number 1 the whole time.
6, quarterback 1 overall, quarterback 5 overall, quarterback 11 overall.
Yep.
And if you were a week 17 guy, quarterback 8 overall.
Yeah, so he was a number 1 the rest of the season. But you wouldn't have been happy with him at the beginning. I don't know what was going on.
No, but if you didn't pay that draft price, it would have been fine. It would have been okay. But because you would have had a great, great, great wide receiver there or a good running back there.
Yep.
But you decided, you did get a good running back there if you did take him, but
True.
It's not the same.
It's definitely not. And this is why we always push. Because I'm going to tell you right now, guys, that in the league in our redraft league that we play, Lamar Jackson went I want to say it was the last pick of the second round. I don't think he made it to the third. I took Kyler Murray in the 8th.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I want to say 7th.
7th? Okay,
yeah,
7th or 8th.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say, though.
No, yeah.
I
got Josh Allen around that range. Dak Prescott went late.
We both took our quarterbacks in the same round, and we were just flipping out because if you took Lamar, I took Kyler. Kyler was, I think, the 2nd ranked quarterback on the season.
Much better.
He was much better, and I took him 6 rounds later almost. Yeah. We just preface this again, guys. You do not always have to jump at one of these top-end quarterbacks because if they don't have a good season, you've lost.
Yeah. I don't even think about a quarterback until 5th round if the right guy's there.
Yeah.
If a Kyler Murray's there this year, that's interesting.
Yep.
But Josh Allen's there, that's interesting.
But where's
Lamar? But where's Lamar going this year? Because I think Lamar could be of value this year.
Going in the 4th.
Yeah, no.
It's not a value yet.
Then no, yeah.
I mean,
if he drops down to the 5th,
yeah,
somehow
he's going at 410, awesome. So he's close.
6th round, I would be much more interested.
Yeah, same.
Because they did improve this offense, and we'll get into the wide receiver position. You want to start off?
Well, hold on one second. I want to do this again just to continue to move forward with our non-quarterback top rounds. Do I have them? I don't have them. I'll find them. Go ahead. Move on to receivers. I'll come back to you all. Continue, my friend.
So they drafted a guy me and Caleb both are all about. We love him. It's not the best landing spot because, like we just said, 257 completions in an offense for your receiving core. Not a lot to go around.
Mm-hmm.
So they drafted Rashad Bateman, I believe the 27th pick of the first round, if I have that right. It's somewhere around there.
27th, yeah.
Yeah, they have Marquise Brown, brought in a Sammy Watkins. Cool. And they do have a lot of other wide receivers on this team. They have Devin Duvernay, Miles Boykin. They drafted Tylan Wallace also in this draft very late. They have a lot of receivers. I think they only have one good receiver, though, and that's the problem. And it's the rookie they just drafted, Rashad Bateman. Marquise Brown has been an absolute, pretty much, he's been a bust. There's no way around he's been a bust, but how bad of a bust he's been is the debatable part, because at times he has been awful. Awful. You really couldn't play him a lot last year until the second half. weeks 12 through 16, he was good. He given you double-digit points every week, but he also scored every week of those except one. He's just catch a couple passes, hope you get in the end zone. Rashad Bateman, this is what's weird. So PFF, they have Bateman starting in the slot in 11-man personnel. Sammy Watkins and Marquise Brown on the outsides. How do you feel about that?
I don't like that.
Bateman can play anywhere.
He can.
But I think he should be on the outside on this offense.
Yeah,
I really
agree.
do. I really do.
I think Bateman would be
because
way
first of all,
better.
they're going to be running a lot of 12-man personnel in this offense. And he's got to push at least Sammy Watkins. He's got to get in there immediately because his wide receiver core lacks a lot.
Well, I mean, they drafted him in the first for a reason. And Rashad Bateman, I don't care that he's necessarily on this team and they don't throw a lot.
Yeah.
He could be a stud on this offense.
He's a guy I'm not really looking at his rookie year just because of this passing offense.
Right.
Which is the downside.
It is a downside, but I still don't care. Like, I think he still has the opportunity because they don't have a number one outside of Mark Andrews.
No, Mark Andrews is the number one for sure.
So as far as wide receiver go, it's their tight end. But Rashad Bateman can really come in. He's a big body guy. He can also block, so he fits the scheme there. And dude, his 50-50 ball skills are just insane.
Yeah. And that's the other downside about Marquise Brown. He's just a tiny little guy out there.
And Sammy Watkins can't stay healthy, but he runs a 4.3.
Oh, he did at one point.
He did at one point in his career, at least. So, yay.
I'm curious if he can still do that.
But I mean, Sammy Watkins means absolutely nothing to me on this team.
No, yeah. And there's been some hype. Oh, he's the best looking receiver out here in mini camp and stuff like that. I'm not buying into it, man. We have seen Sammy Watkins for so long. We have seen him for so long.
Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked our video today, please subscribe to our channel. Hit the little bell icon. Get notified whenever we go live or post other videos. You can see the link below. You can click on previous videos. You can also leave comments below. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. And we'll catch you next week.
Have a go.